Hi guys, my name is Sarah Richard and I'm the founder of Girls That Scuba, and you guys over at Divecrew have asked me a few questions which I am going to answer for you today. So let's get started. The first question: hi, I've just had a look at the wonderful Girls That Scuba and was wondering, have you faced any challenges setting up an exclusively female group? What was the feedback you've had from it? So yes, I have actually faced quite a few challenges setting up a female-only group. We've had remarks and comments that it's sexist, a lot that it's not needed, and many kind of comments kind of asking, well, why do you even need a exclusively female group? And one, we didn't have to defend ourselves. If I want to start up a female scuba diving group, that's fine, that's up to me. And two, we definitely do need a female scuba diving group because the facts are in the figures. The majority of professional scuba divers are male. Actually, just nearly around 70% are male, so there's a very small percentage of those who are actually professional female divers. So there was definitely a gap in the market for Girls That Scuba, and personally, if people try and give me a hard time for setting up a female-only group, I don't really care, and I'm going to keep going and keep promoting females and diving. Number two, what caused you to create Girls Only group? And what has been your funniest diving moment with GTS? Well, I think I just discussed about why I set up a female only group. My funniest dive moment with Girls That Scuba, oh my gosh, there were so many. We run Girls That Scuba trips around the world, and we had 12 scheduled for this year, but obviously we're going through a global pandemic, but last year we had 10, I think, and oh my gosh, we've had so many funny moments. I think the last one was the last I can remember, was in Socorro in January, and 3 of the girls were celebrating milestones in their diving, like 100 dives, 200 dives and 50 dives or something like that, and instead of kind of a normal celebration of like giving a cake, the dive masters actually got all of the ingredients of the cake and put it all over their head, so like eggs, flour, chocolate, everything, strawberry syrup, and then they just jumped into the ocean afterwards to wipe it all off. It was very funny. I was not expecting it. It wasn't like pre-planned. We didn't know it was going to happen, so very fun experience. Number 3, what has been your worst country you have been for pollution while diving? Asia in general. I know that's not a country, but Indonesia and also India. I went scuba diving in Pondicherry in India, and there was a lot of plastic pollution kind of on the shore before you actually get out. Indonesia, unfortunately, there is just always plastic in the ocean. Indonesia and China are among the largest polluters of plastics in the world, so there's no surprise that you actually do see it when you're in the ocean in Indonesia, unfortunately. Number 4, is there anything divers can do to limit plastic consumption? Absolutely, you can stop buying plastic, first off. We live in a world of convenience, of fast fashion, fast food, fast consumerism, so it's very hard for us to completely eradicate plastic out of our lives, but there are things you can do to reduce it. You can swap to products that are plastic free, that are natural, or that come with no packaging at all. Simple things like fruit and vegetable, many of them actually have their own packaging, natural packaging on them, like bananas. They don't then need to also be put in a plastic bag. Think about your everyday products like shampoos, like toothpaste, deodorants, everything like that you use every single day. Take a look at them and see how much of them contain plastic. Probably all of them. And there are places that you can actually buy completely plastic free products. One of my other businesses, A Waste Free World, here in the UK, we have an online shop which provides people with options to go completely plastic free with all their products. So start small, start with a bamboo toothbrush, start with a shampoo bar, and you'll really find that you enjoy going plastic free. Number 5, can diving be a viable job? In the current climate, I would probably say no, but that's kind of very circumstantial to where we are at the moment. but in general, yes, it can be. It completely depends on you as an individual. If you like lots of money and, you know, like lots of things, then maybe diving wouldn't be such a lucrative career. However, if you're in it for the passion, you're in it because you love the ocean and you love scuba diving, it is a viable job. You can go and earn a fairly low wage, but also live fairly low cost. For example, if you were in some places in Asia, you could actually rent somewhere pretty cheap and kind of still earn more than you pay for rent and you pay for food. So you could just live on not too much, but again, it depends who you are as a person and individually if you can live on little, and that's obviously for a diving instructor or a dive master. But there are other jobs in diving. You could start your own diving company, you could start your own dive centre, liveaboards, dive brand. There definitely is lots of other ways, social media. So think outside the box. Diving definitely is a career, otherwise we wouldn't all be here today. But you just have to kind of think of creative and different ways that you can maybe earn extra money on the side, maybe picking up different jobs as well. But for me, yeah, I love being in the dive industry and working in it. Number 6, with COVID-19 travel restrictions, if they continue, will you do some UK diving? Yes, we are in the midst of planning a couple of UK dive days and dive trips here in the UK because we're very aware that international travel may take its time to get back to normal, and now I've had to repatriate back to the UK because I had moved to Jordan. I definitely plan to do a lot more UK diving, so fingers crossed we can get some diving set up over this year at least. So yeah, I'll definitely be releasing that all, hoping you can all join me. 7, I believe Sarah is a dive master. Does she see herself becoming an instructor one day? Nope. I did my DM about 7 years ago, and I worked as a dive master for a few months, and then I decided that wasn't really what I wanted to do in my career or in my life. I don't feel the need to be a dive instructor because I don't enjoy so much teaching people, and there's different things that I enjoy about diving, about a diving career. So no, I don't think I'm ever going to become an instructor or work as an instructor. I'm okay with that decision. Which is your favourite piece of scuba gear that you couldn't live without? Well, I'm very lucky to have quite a lot of scuba gear, perks of the jobs. However, quite a lot of it is still in Jordan because I couldn't bring it home with me. I've got to say, my dive computer, I just got the Sunto D5. I absolutely love it. It's the best dive computer I've had ever. The technology of dive computers just keeps improving. It's so exciting to watch. So yeah, I absolutely love my D5. What else? Masks have taken me quite a few years to conquer. My absolute favourite masks at the moment is the Aqualung Plasma. It comes in so many different colours. You can change it into like a ski strap. It's super comfortable. It looks great. Absolutely loving those at the moment. And also Oceanic Mini has been my mask for years and years now. It was the first mask I ever bought in black, and now it's come out in so many different colours. So for me, that's always going to be a mask that I take everywhere with me. Now, how did you find your travel before GTS really took off? How did you fund your travel before GTS took off? Okay, so before I started Girls That Scuba, I was working in Hong Kong as a travel editor, and for a magazine, and I got to go travelling for them to amazing restaurants, amazing bars. I kind of did their food and their travel parts, so that was all funded by work. I also did a lot of freelance writing. I had my own travel blog, so a lot of that was like sponsored trips, different country tourism agencies, hotels, actually send places to promote. So a lot of my travel I didn't pay for myself. It was exchange for promotion and work. I reckon I did like 2 years of that where I didn't pay for any travel myself, which is absolutely amazing. It was also a great opportunity to create content and to kind of start creating Girls That Scuba alongside of that as well. Now when Girls That Scuba comes around, it's kind of the same, where with scuba diving destinations, because we've got such a huge following online, a lot of people want Girls That Scuba to come to their places. So I come along and some of our team and we come for free and we have a good time, and if we like it we write about it. So yeah, it's amazing. I worked very hard to create big followings on all of my platforms to then exchange promotion for travel over the last few years. So yeah, I've been really lucky, but it definitely takes a lot of hard work, a lot of determination, and to begin with you live on very little to no money. Number 10, are there jobs within Girls That Scuba? At the moment, unfortunately not. We're going through a very hard time with COVID-19. We're having to postpone trips and not being able to work as we usually would. So we don't have any jobs at the moment. However, I'm hoping that when everything gets back to normal, we're going to be able to offer more jobs up, just like we had with our social media manager and our blog writer, and offer it to the whole community when we do actually have jobs up. So that is it. Thank you so much for all your questions, guys. You can, of course, follow me personally over on Coffee Then Travel on Instagram and Facebook, and over at Girls That Scuba, our journey as female scuba divers, traveling diving the world. And if you are interested in the plastic-free aspect of everything, then you can come over to A Waste-Free World on Instagram, Facebook, and our online plastic-free store, and hopefully feel inspired to go plastic-free and save the planet, save the oceans. So yeah, that's it. Speak to you soon.